Hello, my name is Brock and welcome to Rural Vietnam. I wanted to make a video that would help people understand what you need to do to become an English teacher in Vietnam. When I initially looked into this, it was a bit confusing. There's a lot of information to read from and I was overwhelmed. So now that I've did it, I kind of want to make a video to help. I also have an audience behind me. It's interesting. I have no idea who they are. You must have an invitation letter to come to Vietnam, and I recommend getting a 3-month invitation letter as well as a 3-month visa when you arrive. You can get a visa on arrival. So basically you can be in the country as a tourist for 3 months. That'll give you enough time to find a job. Once you arrive in Vietnam, then you can start hunting for a job. And I recommend doing it that way rather than overseas when you're sitting at home through the internet, because often in Vietnam they want to hear you, they want to speak with you, they want to see you, they want to have coffee with you, a meal with you before they even consider bringing you in as a teacher. So literally you will waste your time if you try to do this through the internet prior to. So once you arrive, you want to find a couple of links on Facebook. I'll attach the links below in the description. Wow, there's many of them, huh? You want to make a posting. Basically, it says, hey, I'm here in Vietnam, I'm in Ho Chi Minh City, or I'm in Hanoi, and I want to be a teacher. Tell a little bit about yourself. And basically, these groups are so big, and there's so many schools that are looking for foreign teachers that it's really easy to find a job. If you have a degree, it's better. You can have a bachelor's degree that helps to land a position within an actual school. However, in Vietnam, strings can be pulled, I have learned. Even if you do not have a bachelor's degree in anything, you can still work for a public school because you can pay the lawyer a certain fee and make it look good on paperwork, and you can still get a job. I do not have a bachelor's degree. I was able to find a job very quick, very easy, so don't even worry. I have learned that the demand for English teachers, foreign English teachers, is very high. They're constantly looking for foreign teachers, so if you were to come to Vietnam, it should be a very, very easy thing for you to find. I've learned that they really want people from Canada, America, Australia, United Kingdom, South Africa, and sometimes Ireland. Basically, these are the accents that they feel are the easiest to understand throughout the world. So if you're from anywhere else, you're probably not going to be able to find a job. If you do, your pay will be much, much less. Basically, when you make a posting on Facebook and someone finds you and they're interested in you, you want to go have a meal together, go have coffee together, and then you will talk. So there's a few questions that you want to ask. I would say one of the most important is understanding how much time you are going to be teaching. You can get in a situation where you're working 7 days a week for many, many months and 12 hours a day, literally all day long. So it is important to ask how many hours are required of you to not only teach the class, but to prepare for the class as well. Usually you get paid for the teaching hours rather than the preparation of the lesson, but every school is different. Also, you may want to consider asking for a business visa. To be legal, you're supposed to have a business visa. You do not want to get this before you come to Vietnam. You want to get this after you find a job. After you find a job and have an employer, then they kind of help you get a business visa. I have also learned things in Vietnam are different. If you have a business visa, great. It's probably going to be required for a major school in a big city, but some places it's just not even a thing, don't even worry about it. So it's kind of up to the discretion of the owner of the English center or the school. Theoretically, it's required. One thing to make sure you ask a lot about is food. Now let me tell you, the food here in Vietnam is, let's just say, not clean. The standards of cleanliness in this country are, in my opinion, barbaric. It has been very difficult for me to eat. There's two ways you can think of this. One, bacteria. Obviously, if they prepare it incorrectly or undercooked or something, you're going to get immediately sick within a couple of hours. But that is not my main concern. Even though I have seen food so many times cooked, prepared, set out, tons of flies walk all over it, or they touch it with their dirty hands, or I've seen food fall on the floor and they pick it up and put it back in. I mean, it's just mind-blowing what happens here, and they just don't even see this as an issue. But the bigger concern for me is water. So the water, I'm in rural Vietnam, and let me tell you, if you get a glass and fill it with water and look at it, it has a slightly brown hue to it. And this tells me there's a ton of metal in the water, and you're drinking this. So you may not take a glass and drink. However, Anywhere that you go, whether you're buying rice or noodles or anything, they're cooking with this water. Let me ask you, what do you think is happening to the heavy metals when they cook, right? It's going into your food and then you're eating it and you're consuming heavy metals. And this is atrocious for the human body. So I will say, be ultra cautious, be very picky. Eat a lot of fruits and vegetables in your diet to help you along the way. One last note, I will say this is kind of strange. Vietnam is a little bit weird. Skin color. If you're not white, right, it's going to be hard for you to find a job. Dead serious. So you could have been born in Canada or America or something like myself and be brown, just brown, not even black, right? Be brown. And in finding a job is going to be very difficult. Now, they don't say, hey, you must be white to get a job. Nope, they don't say this. But it's part of the culture to want a white person to teach or something. I haven't put my thumb on it completely, but I will say that your skin color has an influence whether you're getting a job or not and how much you're being paid. I can promise you that. It's a strange topic, it's weird, but it's the reality. Other than that, that's pretty much what I've learned. Teaching English is pretty easy. You're going to, again, come here and then find a job. Don't try to do it the other way. Salary can be of topic as well, and really you can make anything from maybe $400 a month all the way up to $2,000 or $2,500. It really depends on where you are in Vietnam, and it depends on, man, these kids are loud, aren't they? It really depends on where you're at as well as what school you're at. If it's a big school with a lot of students, yes, your earning potential is much higher. If you're way out in the middle of nowhere where I am, earning potential is very limited, but you have the reward of helping the future. So yeah, pros and cons to everything. That's pretty much it. Make sure you watch my other video where I describe the pros and cons of teaching in Vietnam. Thank you for watching. Remember, time is running out. Start living. Take care.